This is Jim Emter, Van Ahn Company, Alexandria, Minnesota, with your closing grain and livestock comments for April 4th, 2018. When you look to the markets here today, corn market down 7.5 after trading as much as 16 lower in the overnight. Beans down 22 3/4 pretty much across the board after trading as much as near 50 lower last night. Chicago wheat down 1 to 1 3/4. Minneapolis down 3 to 6 1/4. Kansas City wheat up 1 to 1 1/4. Boy, when you look to the grains, it all comes back to Chinese tariffs. 2:45 a.m. China announced that they were going to retaliate nearly $50 billion worth of tariffs imposed on 106 different products, of them including basically frozen beef to some degree, soybeans, and potentially corn and wheat. Those were on the list, but they're not a major importer of those products in corn and wheat. So beans were the big ones. Bean market faltered heavily. When you kind of looked at the markets at the 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m., you saw the market really get down to the lows that we saw over the last 24 hours. And then we kind of retraced back and kind of found a little more of a balanced approach. So these are in retaliation. China announced that they do not have a date on these. They're going to implement them if the U.S. implements their $50 billion worth of tariffs. So a bit of a trade war here in the making. We're going to have to watch very closely what this means. If they move forward and the U.S. continues with theirs, China continues with theirs, we would expect the bean market could trade as low as that 966 to 992 area off the November contract. Corn down around that 379 off the July. And the wheat market's going to be a little more mixed with that. If it goes away, we could find ourselves right back up to the highs, especially with the weather we're looking at. So we've got a very dynamic period here over the next 24 to 48 hours. Also keep in mind we've got a crop report next Tuesday, so the dynamics couldn't be any higher. We actually anticipate that report on Tuesday could be a bit negative. So, like I said, a lot to be attentive to in the near term. Use rallies to try to get some base protection here within these markets. Feeder cattle today up 3 to 415. Live cattle up 1 to 270. Hog market up 140 to 207.5. So despite the tariffs on those products, we saw the markets actually reverse and stand up. So a lot of head scratching here as we close. I don't want to make too many bold comments in the cattle market. We need to see a couple days of reversal to really feel good about the cattle and the hogs picking themselves back up. Also some disease issues here in southern Minnesota we're going to want to keep an eye on here for the hogs. So a lot going on. Get a good night's sleep today. Come back tomorrow with the base and really watch those news sources here for direction. Really, it's a matter of, are these tariffs going to happen or not at this point? This has been Jim Emter, Van Ahn Company, Alexandria, Minnesota. Trading in futures and options involves risk of loss and is not suitable for all producers. Past performance is not indicative of future results. This is a solicitation. Have a great afternoon.